Hey there, welcome to week 1, day 4. And as we're in this day 4, we're going to be in Luke chapter 4. Luke chapter 4, as we've said it every day, highlight, explain, apply, and respond. So let's get into the word just a minute. My highlight for today in Luke chapter 4 is Luke 4 verse 43. Verse 43, and it says, I must preach the kingdom of God to other cities also, because for this purpose I have been sent. Now that's Jesus speaking. Jesus said, I've been sent to preach the word, and I've got to go preach it to other cities. Now, a lot of people have been waiting for him, and there were people constantly gathering around him. And in this context, Jesus begins his ministry. His disciples come to him and say, hey, these people are wanting to hear from you, and they heard you yesterday, and they want to hear you today. And he said, we got to move. He said, we got to move. And Jesus said that he was going to move from place to place. He wasn't going to stay in one place all the time. He was going to move from place to place. And this calling to his disciples is going to be very similar. He was going to tell them, don't stay in the same place all the time. I want you to get up and I want you to move. Why? There's a danger of speaking in a bubble. There's a danger of speaking in a popular term I like to use is an echo chamber, where everybody has heard what you've had to say. And I used to have a professor in college. He said that we tend as Christians, especially in America, to preach to the people on the front row and leave the people on the back row out. In other words, we keep feeding the front rows. And he uses the analogy when Jesus is feeding the 5,000. What if he'd have kept feeding the front row and kept feeding the front row and kept feeding the front row, and the people in the back are like, hey, what about us back here? And that's what we kind of do so often when we're opening up the Gospels. And so our encouragement is to reach others outside our bubble, because others outside our bubble need to hear the word. My family needs to hear the word. My church family needs to hear the word. My friends need to hear the word. But there's other people outside of my bubble that need to hear the word. And so I've got to break free from that. And so my response today on my, if you can see it here, my response today is, am I stuck in a bubble? And I told you sometimes my response is a question. And that's a real legitimate question I'm asking myself today. Am I stuck in a bubble, or am I ministering outside of that bubble? And so I just want to give you the encouragement on this day to get outside your bubble and realize there's people with needs outside of there, and God's put you in their path in order to reach them. So I hope that helps, and I hope that's encouraging to you in all of these contexts. So what did you learn today? What did Luke chapter 4 speak to your heart about? Share that in the comments with us, and I hope you have a day that you're blessed and that you get outside your bubble. See you later.